was just a bunch of locker room nonsense where 5 guys went off for a Skip Barber weekend at Laguna Seca. Had a good weekend, and I kind of fell down the stairs and liked it a lot. And then I went into Star Mazda racing, and Oswaldo Negri was our coach. And then Oz did the unethical thing of encouraging me to take just one race with him in a Daytona prototype, and I've never regretted it more. I never imagined I could be good enough to run in the Pro Dodge Series, where Oz was the sole lead coach. I've obviously had to steal a lot of his technique and his tools. It doesn't take a lot of ego to absorb everything he's got, right? It takes a lot of ego to get in the way of absorbing what he's got to hand out. So I've learned his techniques. Together, we've done okay. We've gotten a whole bunch of podiums and a couple of wins out of this effort. A lot of it's a credit to him and some of the other drivers who've joined us on the endurance racing thing. In your 40s and 50s, you can compete with some pretty good racers in their 20s and 30s. So for people who like competition and athletic endeavors, and this is a great three-dimensional sport. It's great athleticism, it's great concentration, mental power, and it allows you to compete with some of the best. Continuing to attract super teams like the Penske squad and those kind of people certainly aren't lowering the bar. The bar continues to be raised. Cars are improving, the chassis, the engines, and the drivers. Everybody wants that watch badly. We've been in the top sort of 6, 7, 8 teams the last couple of years together. We want to try to be in the top 3 this year as a team. For a Pro-Am team to be in the top 3, 4, 5 finishing teams is something pretty amazing in this series. Everybody's got to be completely in sync to make it work. There's no one ego that pulls this thing through, I assure you. The tracks I love the most, I think Laguna Seca is a very, very, very special track. VIR, exceptional track to race on. Mid-Ohio, some of the more classical race tracks, and Homestead and Daytona, real testers for the engineers to get the car set up right. This is where I want to race. At my age, 57, I'm almost 3 times older than Colin Braun, who's going to be racing with me this year. This is about as high as I want to go. I like to be in the race car to decompress. I really do. It's a fabulous place to focus. You can't think of anything else. I used to box a little bit, and you shouldn't get in the boxing ring either. If you're focused on something else, you're going to get hurt. And same thing in racing. It's a beautiful place to relax. About 150. That was not in jail. It was on Route 87 heading north toward Albany from New York City. I just took it up for a couple of, 100 yards or so just to see if the car was handling all right. It was handling just fine.